look here, how do you tell it generator? Okay, it's just like a function itself. It's just like a normal function itself. Whenever you use, I'll be using a keyword called as yield, Y-I-E-L-D, yield. Okay, this is the keyword which is very important, which I'll be discussing today. Okay, entire thing I'll be discussing now. Okay, whenever I talk about like yield keyword inside, if you found any in a function, if you found yield keyword, okay, that means it is a generator. It is a generator object. Okay, it is a generator function, or you can tell it as like a generator object. Got it? Okay, there are actually two terms which are involved in the generators. Okay, one is like generator functions and other one is like generator object. Okay, generator function and generator object. Okay, first one, write it down, generator function. Okay, first one, write it down, generator function. A generator function is defined like a normal function, but whenever it needs to generate a value, it does so with the yield keyword. Okay, as I told you, like whenever I use a yield keyword inside a function, then called to be has like generator function. Okay, for example, simple thing, guys. Okay, whenever I tell it, okay, for I'll tell it as like def, I'll just tell it as like mib. Okay, mib, and I'll tell it as a function like this. If I have yield, yield, okay, yield maybe like 1 2 3, whatever it is, this becomes what? Generator function. Okay, instead of return, I will be using what? Yield. Okay, I'll be using what? Yield keyword. Okay, at that time you can tell it as, okay, this is creating what? Generator function. Okay, so now I'll come here and I'll be writing the same thing. I'll just tell as like def, I'll just tell as like def, I'll just tell as mib, and I'll be writing like this, right? Instead of this one, instead of returning something, I'll be just telling class, I'll come to here like this, print I am generator. Okay, so I'll just print it like this, right? I'll just print it like this. Okay, so I'll just print it like this. So when it is called generator, when I tell a keyword yield, yield, okay, yield, I'll just tell us like 1 2 3, right? So I'll run this program. Okay, I'll run this program. I'll give you a brief it out when I'll be using this function, that this everything. So I'll just tell us like mib function, I'll call this, and I have this one. Okay. Oh, okay, so what is it doing? It is creating what? Generator object map at so and so. Okay, that is how it is creating it. Okay, that is how it is creating it. That is how it is creating it. Take it up. So okay, so you got something like this. I'll be completing, guys. Now I know you are like little confused with this, but I will be clearing everything for you. Not to worry about it. Okay, right now you take it down. This is what the generator is. Okay, this is what generator it will return it. Generator object will return it. Okay, whenever I want to read a value of an object, right? Whenever I want to read a value of an object, I'll be doing an iterator, right? Simple thing, I'll be doing it here also, right? So what I do is some simple thing for I in, I'll just tell as like mib, I'll call like this, and I'll tell it as like mib, I'll print it as I. You can see this am generator, it is calling it, the function it is called am generator, and it is calling you what? 1 2 3. So it is returning 1 2 3 entire thing. Oh, this is how I will be accessing the content of the generator. Okay, the best example for the generator, you can tell it as range function. You have come across the range function, guys. You have come across the range function. So when I tell about the range function, you will come across everything, something called as range function. You have come across this one. All right, this is also a good example for the generator. It is also acting like a generator itself. Okay, but now I'll be clearing the concept of yours. Okay, I'll be clearing of the concept of yours. Okay, for example, okay, so look onto this, guys. Okay, so I'll be creating one program. I int I is equal to 0. I'll just set as like while, I'll tell as like while I is less than 10, I will tell it, while I is less than 10, I will tell it, and I'll be telling it has, instead of printing it, okay, instead of printing it I here, okay, instead of printing it I here, and then I will tell it as I plus is equals to 1, and then I will tell it as like, yeah, instead of doing this. Okay, so if I run this program, obviously you will get to know the answer called as like, if I tell it as like mib function, if I call it as mib function, I'll be getting this one 0 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9, right? So in place of print, okay, in place of this line, okay, in place of this line, what I do is I will generate it. Okay, I'll generate it by how I will generate it by using what? Yield function. I'll yield I will do it. Okay, instead of what I did it, instead of printing, okay, instead of printing I, okay, instead of this line, what I'm doing it, writing it, I'm telling it yield I, right? If I run this program, okay, if I run this program, for example, mib, I'll call it like this. What I'm creating it, I'm creating generator object, right? To access generator object, I need a iterator, right? So the well-known iterator is for loop, right? For I in, I'll just set as like mib. Okay, for I in mib, I'll tell it. So I'll print it I here. Now what happens? It is printing all these things called as 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Is that so simple, guys? Is that how simple? Yes or no? 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 Take it on this. Take it on this. Okay, whenever you deal with a long file, you will be dealing with what? Generators. Okay, now I'll give a simple example for you, which we're going to be doing now. Okay, you know something called as a range function, guys. Okay, you know something called as a range function. We'll be doing it now, right now. Okay, this is something nice which I can do it, okay, for you. Okay, I'll tell us for I in, I'll just tell us like range, right? I'll just tell us range of what, like 10, I will tell it, right? Range of 10, I will tell it, and I will tell it as like what is this, like I'll just print it as I, right? How it is getting this one, guys? How it is getting this one? How it is getting this one? Right? It is as same as like mib function. I have done it for you, right? Look on here. I'll just tell us like for I in mib, I'll tell it, right? For I in mib, I'll tell it, right? So I'll just set it as like I now here, right? So okay, I haven't run this program. Okay, I haven't run this, right? Sorry, I haven't run this. Okay, so now what I do is I'll make it simple changes here. I'll put it in here and I'll put it in here. Okay, you will get the simple changes now. Let me tell you now. Okay, I'll run this program, right? So what I'll do it now for I in, I'll just allow like for I in a range of 10, I'll pass it, right? So this is entirely same way it is behaving it for I just allow that for I in, oh, I need to use some other variable, guys. If I use this variable, right, so it will be affecting it. Okay, mib of 10, I will tell it. Okay, so it won't work it. It is working, no problem. Okay, are you getting this point, guys? Are you getting this point? Right, so this behaving like the same thing, this we have created this, right? We have created this. For example, I can even tell it as for I in mib of 5, I will tell it. So this generator, with the help of generator object, I'll be creating all those things, right? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, I'm creating it, right? Are you getting my point? So I can even tell it as like 100 also. I can tell it, nothing to worry about it, right? I can even tell it as like 100. This is so cool, right? This is so cool, right? So it goes on like this. Goes on like this, right? Now my question is something like this, guys. Okay, can I write for I in range of z? Can I write it like this, z? Can I write it like this, z? Can I print entire ABCD over here? Can I print it like this? I cannot print this. Okay, type error. Str object cannot be interpreted as an integer, right? I'm getting an error, right? So can I print it with a float for I in range of 10.5? Can I write it like this, 10.5? Can I write it like this, 10.5? I cannot do this. I cannot do this both the things. Okay, but using the generator, we will be designing this. Okay, so I want you to, you to give me साथ दो मेरा. Okay, so at that time I can get through this. Is that okay, guys? Is that okay? Is that okay? Okay, first what we do is like we'll find it out for the decimal. Okay, let's find it for the decimal point. Okay, let's find it for the decimal point. Okay, so what is this range? Okay, what is this range? You have it. Okay, in a range you have something called as start index, you have end index, and you have update, right? This is what the three variables you have it, right? But default start index will be assigned to what? 0. Start index is nothing but 0, and update will be what? By default it is nothing but what? 1. You're getting my point? 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 Guys, you're getting my point. right? So but we'll discuss about that one later. Let's discuss about this one. Okay, so I'll go for the mib function. I'll go for the mix function. I'll just tell it as like start, I'll just tell it as like end, I'll add the update. These three variables I'll design it, right? So I'll pass it here, mib, I'll pass it here, maybe like I'll start it from 2, I will start it, I will end it till 10, I will tell it, update by 1, I will tell it. So this is what I'm passing to mib. So this is what happens, right? So now what I need to create it here now. So what I need to create it now here. So I'll just create it here. So instead of I need to create it as something like this. Start index is less than end index. I want to tell it, right? So what I need to do it here, I want to do it as start here, start, start here. So instead of I, what I need to do it, start here, right? This is one cycle, it is getting it. So update, instead of 1, I want to pass what, update, right? Update depending upon the customer, right? So update depending upon the customer, what update he is asking for, right? What update he is asking for, depending upon that he will be taking it, right? Depending upon that he will be taking it, right guys? Right. Is that okay? Yes or no? Yes. Okay, now I'll be running this program. Okay, so what I do it here, okay, simple thing guys, I'll just tell as like mib of, I'll just tell as like 1 comma, I'll just have 5 comma, I'll need to update by 1, I'll enter this. The object is created, right? It is creating the object, but I'll put it in a for loop. For I in mib, I need to tell it has what, start index, end index, right? I want to tell it as what, start index, end index. Look on this start index, I want to tell it start index, I'll start it from 2, end index I'll end it till 5. Each time I want to update by 1, right? Each time I want to update by 1, I'll tell it as I. Whether it is doing it, yes, it is doing it. Again, I'll tell it as something like this. Again, I'll tell it something for I in mib, I'll tell it I in mib, I'll tell it I want to start from 1, I will end till 100. I want each time for 5, right? I'll update by 5. I'll just tell it as like I. Whether it is updating it, whether it is updating by 5, yes, it is updating by 5, right? It is, whether it is exactly working as it is same guys, exactly working as it is same, exactly working at its same. Can I call range function with the empty thing guys? Can I call range function with the empty thing? No, I need to pass something called as like this. Look on here, there is something called as range stop parameters inside a parameter. It has it, not to worry about it. Okay, it has something called as overriding it. Okay, you have two functions. Okay, one is like range stop with 1 parameter, range with 3 parameters, it has it. Got it? Range has with 3 parameters, it has it. Okay, so this is with the optional. Okay, step is with the optional, you have it. Yeah, you can do it, but here range is not given it. Okay, but what I do it now in my function, what I can do is, okay, I can recode it. Okay, I can recode this. Okay, so what I can do is like something like this. uh I can recode it, but it takes some tedious job for you. I will keep it this one as an update. Update has an option now. Update equal to 0. Okay, you whether if it is passing, you can pass it. If you're not passing, that's fine, no problem. Right? By or else I'll just set it as like by default the update will be 1. I can tell this, right? I can tell this. There is no problem with the update at all, right? There is no problem with the update at all. Okay. Now what I do is I will initialize this one also 0 itself. I will also initialize this one also 0 itself. Is that okay? Is that okay? Now I want to tell it if I'm passing. Look on here, guys. Okay. Look on here. The design you look on here. I can pass with 3 parameter. I can pass with 0 parameter. I can pass with something other parameter also. Okay. The first thing is I will pass with 1 parameter. How it should work. Okay, if I'm passing 1 parameter, how it should work. If I'm passing 1 parameter like this, how it should work. Okay, this is one thing you need to remember it. If I pass it 2 comma 10, I will tell it. Okay, how it should work it. Okay, if I pass it nothing, if I pass it nothing, it should go here and it will do nothing, right? It should do nothing and it will come back, nothing to worry about it. Okay, so for this you can tell it as something like this. You can write one if condition. If what you can tell it, if How can you tell it? How can you tell it? How can you tell it? Ah, ha, 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 ha. Okay, so I can tell it something like this. Okay, so if you're passing like three index, if you're passing three index, that is assigned to that values. That works already fine with that. Nothing to worry about it. Okay, if you're only passing two index, okay, if you're only passing two index also, nothing to worry about it. But there is a problem. If you're passing two index, nothing to worry about. One will take by start, other one will take by end. Not to worry about it. But there is a problem if you're passing a single and double, right? Single and double, right? At that time you will write it, something like this, guys. If you're passing something like this, okay, so if it is nothing but if you're passing start index, okay, your start is true and not of end, okay, अगर ऐसा है, okay, that means start you are passing it, start is nothing but what, 10 is true and you're passing end, right? So what you need to make it is, you need to make end index equals to, and you need to swap this values, okay, you need to swap these values. You can write a logic called as swapping the values. Here end is 0 and start is something, you need to give this one to this one and this one to this one. That is what you need to do it. So I'll just tell like start comma end, I will tell it equals to, I'll just tell as like end comma start, I will tell it. Got it? I'll be swapping it. I'm making start as 0 and I am making end as what? I'm end as what? Whatever the 10 is. Right? By this, what will happen? Okay, by this, what will happen? I can even pass a single parameter also. So if I run this program, guys, if I run this program, right, I can pass it for loop for I in range, right? So I in range, I will tell it as like 10. Okay, this is what the first thing I'll test it. Look on here, I'm getting it now. Oh, it is not range, right? It should be what, guys? It should be MIB, right? It should be MIB. I'll tell us like MIB. I'll call it as MIB. Is it working? Yes, it is working fine now, right? So can I pass two parameters? Can I pass two parameters now? Can I pass two parameters, 1 comma 10? Right? Can I pass it 1 comma 10? Yes, I can pass it 1 comma 10 also. Okay, can I pass three parameters? Yes, I can pass it now three parameters also, right? So I can pass it three parameters also. I will update by 4 now. Oh, crazy, right? I can update by 4 also, right? So I can pass one parameter, I can pass two parameter, I can pass even three parameter. Can I pass without parameters? Can I pass without parameters? I'll just like this. Okay, can I pass without parameters? In either of the cases, I'll get slapped, right? So I'm not getting anything, but it is also passing something, right? But my thing is, I want to print something. Okay, I want to print something, right? I want to print something. Okay, so what I'll do is, I'll just tell as like else if. Okay, I'll just tell as like elif. Okay, I'll just tell as like elif. Okay, elif. I'll just tell as like not of start, not of start. Everything will be 0 0, right? Not of start and not of, I'll just tell as not of end, and I'll tell as not of update, right? I'll just tell as like update. Okay, printf print, I'll tell as no yield perform, no yield. Okay, no yield at all, no yield at all, I'll tell it. A simple message I want to print it. Okay, so that user will understand it. Oh, acha, like I haven't passed anything, so I am not eligible for anything, right? So I'll go for here. Okay, it's fine. Elif. Oh, okay, fine. I think I have over learned it, right? So I'll come here. I'll just tell us like for I in MIB, I'll pass it. MIB, I'll pass it. I'm performing it what I am passing it. It is not calling at all. Again, it should be right, guys. It should be right. Not of start and not of end and not of update. Oh ho, update. Ah, update, right? So I'll remove this. I don't want the update, right? I don't want update at all. If both are like 0 0, like start is 0 and end is 0, or else I can even tell it for the start itself. Why need to compare with end, right? अगर जो start ही 0 है तो end का रख के क्या फायदा, right? If start is so and so, right? If start is so and so, if start and not end, if start and not end, if it is not start, right? I can directly tell that. So if the first parameter is empty, right? If the first parameter itself not passing it, so what I can do it, I can delete as something like this. I guess so, I don't know. What is this? No yield at all, right? So I'm passing it, I'm getting a message called as what? No yield at all. Is that fine, guys? Is this working fine now? Right, exactly like your range function. If someone want to ask you, okay, write a range function, this is what you're gonna do it. Okay, this is how you're gonna write your own range function. Okay, now I will also modify this. Okay, I will also modify this. Okay, certain things I'm gonna be modifying it. Okay, so you are able to write even pass the character also. You are able to pass even what do you tell it as, like even the string also. Okay, first we'll work on the decimal point. Okay, I guess guys, like today I'll be only doing the generator. Okay, tomorrow morning I'll be doing the iterator. Or iterator is a small concept, same like whatever you're doing in the generator, how it is iterating it. That is what I'll be discussing in the iterators. Is that okay? Is that okay? Is that okay? Is that okay? Okay, now coming to here. So the plan is something like this. Okay, in a range function, you cannot pass decimal point. Okay, in a range function, you cannot pass what decimal point. For example, range, I cannot start it with 1.0 and I will not end up with 2.0 and I will not increment by 0.1. I cannot write it like this. But I need to design a mib function in such a way that I want to write it. I want to start with 1.0, 2.0 and 0.1. Let's work on this first. Okay, you're getting my point. Let's work on this first, right? I hope I can work this one also. I guess so. Okay, so I go here. Let's say like for I in mib, I will tell it I in mib, I'll tell it, I'll just tell as like 1.0, I'll tell it, comma, I'll just tell as like 2.0, I'll tell it, comma, I'll just tell as like 0.1, I will tell it, right? And I'll print it I here, right? So what I'm doing it, guys, my decimal point is also working here, right? Not worry about this one, ignore this one, whatever the last point it is coming at. So after this it'll be giving some decimal points. Okay, so whether it is working, guys. Okay, even I can write something like this also, right? So I can tell it as like 1.0, I will start it. Okay, or else I can tell it as like I will tell it as like I will start it from 1 and I will tell it edit till 5. Each time I want to increment by 0.5, right? So I will run this program. Okay, I'll run this program, right? So now what happens? Syntax error. Okay, so I have point over there. Fine, no problem. So I'll do this one, right? I'll do this one. So I have like this, right? I have like this. Now what I want to work it on, okay, what I want to work it on is, okay, so this one is also problem solved, right? This problem also solved. All right, this one is also solved. Now what is the next problem is, okay, I cannot write in the range function, I cannot write it like this. I want to start it from A, I want to end it till E, and each time I'm updating by 1. I cannot write it like this in a range function. But in a mib function, you need to make sure that it is working like this. A, I have it, E, I have it, and 1, I have it. Okay, is that okay, guys? Is that okay? Is that okay? Is that okay? Is that okay? S. Okay, now what I need to do is, okay, simple thing I want to do it. What I want to do it, okay, first thing I will come here before updating it. Okay, before updating it, okay, I want to check it here. Okay, here till here it is no problem. Okay, if you are getting single thing, you are swapping it, and if it is not there, you are printing null, that is okay, no problem. And you are coming here, first character it will print it. Okay, first character it will print it, next character it will won't print it, because you cannot have the concatenation with the number and the character. You cannot have a number and a character concatenation. This is where you are failing it. For example, if I run this program, okay, if I run this program, I'll just tell as for I in mib, I'll tell it, I in mib, I'll tell it, I'll just tell as like start index as A, I will tell it, and end index as E, I will tell it, and update has 1, I will tell it, right? If I tell it as like this, if I tell it as I here, okay, I'm printing A, guys, I'm printing A, but after that can only concat str to integer, right? So where I'm getting error, this is the place where I'm getting error, right? This is the place where I'm getting error. What I need to do in this place is simple thing. I will be doing it. I'll be checking the type here. If I'll just tell as like type of start, type of start. Okay, if the type of start is equals to type of str. Okay, type of start is equal to type of str. Is that okay? So I'll just check it out. Why it is I'm telling you. For example, I'll just tell as s is equals to a, I will tell it. S is equals to a, I will tell it. Whether s is type of s, right? I'll just tell like type of s, right? Type of s, whether it is equals to type of str, right? I want to open this and close this, I guess. Okay, so I'll render. It is nothing but true. This is also same type. This is also same type. Okay, I cannot write it like this, I guess. Okay, always remember I cannot write like this. I want to write it like this, str. If the type is str, right, that is what I will compare it here. Okay, that is what I will compare it here. Type is nothing but what? Str. So what I need to do it here? What I need to do it here? You just tell me what I need to do it here. I want to concatenate it. Okay, for that I want to write a step, right? So what I need to do it, guys, this str I want to convert into where? I want to convert it into a integer format. How do you convert anything into the integer format? You have something called a chr. In that long back we have learned it, like chr of a is equals to, you can write like this, or chr, right? Chr of like 65, right? 65, you can tell it like this, right? And you can tell it as ord of a, right? You can convert it into the integer number, right? So I'll be using this ord, I'll be using this. So for this ord I can increment it. For example, I can tell it as +1 here, right? This is how I'll be incrementing it, right? Same thing I'll be doing it here. Same thing I'll be doing it here. So what I'll do is I'll just tell as ord of start. Okay, I'll just tell as ord of start of start. Okay, plus update I will tell it. Whatever the update I will tell it. Okay, so update I will tell it, right? Plus update, right? So I'll be concatenating. There was a problem here, right? So I'll be using one temporary variable. I'll be saving it in the temporary variable. Right now what I'll do it for a start, again I want to yield it. So again I'll for a start I will tell it as chr of t, I will tell it, right? So again I can even tell this one without using temporary variable itself. I can put up everything and put up into the one thing itself. I can do the calculation part, but this will be very much nice. Okay, or else you can write up in the same line, in one single line. How can I write it down? Chr of, you can tell it as like ord of strt start, you can tell it, and you can tell it as plus, you can tell it as like update. Okay, you can tell it like this, right? You can tell it like this in the single line. Okay, I have done it in the 2 lines, not to worry about it. Is that okay, guys? Is that okay? So this one should be in the else statement. Else if I need to do this, I want to do this. Is that okay, guys? This is the only step I'll be adding it. That's it. That's fine for me. Okay, now what I do it. Okay, so I'll run this program. Oh, wait, is error? Okay, so if something is missing, guys. Okay, type of str, it is okay. Okay, so type is okay like this. Okay, so I'll run this program. So what I need to do it for I in range of, what I need to do it, not range, I'll do it as like mib. Okay, so what I'll do it, I'll just start at a, I'll do it as e, and each time I want to update by 1. Okay, so I hope I might be getting it. Okay, you can see this abcd. Yes, I can do it abcd, right? So if I did it as like z till z also, I can manufacture it now, right? Till z also I can manufacture it, right? So, and guys, look on here you're dealing with a unique code. Always remember, you have thousands, lakhs together of unique code, right? So you can all iterate it by using this one. Got it? So that is what I wanted to tell about it. Okay, got it? Done. Take it down. That's it. That's the end of the class today, and I hope you got something, some point over there. Okay, if you didn't get it anything, you can pass it on the comments, so I'll be helping out to you. I'll be reaching out there. Got it? Thank you so much. We'll see you with the next video with the iterators.